Hey everybody, this is the Esoteric Cross. I make videos about how to gain your personal power while learning ancient secrets, and if that sounds like something that you're into, please hit the like button and subscribe and gain insight from this perspective in the cosmos. I've been wanting to make this video for a while, and I'm so glad I've finally put this on the list to make. We're going to talk more about the shape that's absolutely everywhere, the triangle. From the all-seeing eye, to music videos, to trinities, religion, and so on, triangles are everywhere. I've already made a video about triangles, the number 3, and the Holy Trinity. You can click the top right corner of this video to watch that if you'd like. In this video, we're going to talk a little bit more about that topic while also talking about the practical application of triangles. There's something specific that I think we can use a triangle for in order to manifest and change our life. Let's take a moment and talk about what an equilateral triangle represents. Each angle of the triangle are equal to each other. This is suggesting that all the angles are in balance and in harmony with one another. We see a lot of trinities in different religions, and if we use this triangle to represent these different aspects, we find that these three entities share a relationship and they are in balance with each other. There's a concept that I want you to sink in for a moment. Everything is God. Awareness and consciousness is all there is in the universe. It creates reality in its image and throws itself into it to live as it. If you've watched a lot of my videos, you might be sick of me saying that, but I have to stress this point a lot. Everything you see is an aspect of this God consciousness. When we look at the Holy Trinity, whether this is from a biblical perspective or from other religions, you will find that these are different aspects of God. This is about 3 aspects of consciousness. I talk a lot about ceremonial magic, and these 3 aspects are something that you'll find in the LVX ritual. What these 3 things represent are the 3 stages of God. You may notice that God has 3 letters, and it could be viewed as an acronym for these 3 stages. God stands for generate, order, and destruction, G-O-D. These are the stages that consciousness is always going through. These are the stages that you constantly go through within life. None are really bad. You may enjoy one more than the others, depending on what kind of person you are. A lot of the time, the destruction phase does not feel great. But what it does is burn away the old so that something new can rise from the ashes. If you really take a close look at the mythologies of all of these trinities, you'll likely find this creation, sustaining, and ending pattern within them. It's so important to remember that this process is a completely normal pattern of life. This is a process of alchemy and evolution, transformation, manifestation. This is why I make the claim that the triangle is the perfect symbol to represent transformation and manifestation. Take a moment to observe the symbols for each of the elements. They are all represented with some form of a triangle. Notice the fire triangle is the upright equilateral triangle, which is obviously the one that you're going to see the most often. This generate, order, and destruction idea can really be seen here because fire is the element that represents transformation, creativity, energy, and personal power. Fire is the element that burns away the old and gives new life. Fire has very strong transformative and manifesting qualities. Within Magick, we can use this shape to encapsulate energies, which could have a reason why you see this shape in so many places. You can utilize triangles in a practical way to transform your life. One is by using them in Magick to capture energy. Another is by using them as this model that I'm about to explain. Let's talk a little bit about the subconscious mind. Our subconscious is constantly creating our reality, and we can use this to our advantage. I believe that our subconscious is largely programmed by 3 things: our thoughts, feelings, and actions. I just learned recently that this is a CBT model. I actually had no idea, and I really learned this model through teachers along my own journey of esoteric knowledge. But it makes sense that this is a form of CBT. Thoughts, feelings, and actions must be in balance for you to get what you want. This eliminates cognitive dissonance and brings in a harmony that allows manifestation to flow freely. Take a look at the triangle and imagine the subconscious mind as something that is at the center of it, And imagine that these three aspects are influencing each other and influencing the subconscious simultaneously. The subconscious mind takes it all in and gives an output. That output comes out in the form of a thought, feeling, or action. And this will reinforce this belief. Thoughts lead to your feelings, which lead to your actions. The actions and the result of the actions, what you make that mean, then drives the new actions, feelings, and thoughts. This kind of acts like that compounding interest because when this belief keeps getting reinforced, it gets stronger and stronger. Then you'll find new proof and new evidence for this belief. If you think that you're getting good at dancing, then you may feel like you're getting good at dancing, and then it will lead you to taking new action with this confidence. All of this programs the subconscious mind, which will start to integrate that belief that you're good at dancing. The output from the subconscious may be a reinforced thought of being good at dancing, and this thought will present itself with much more conviction than it did previously. You keep taking action from the belief that you're good at dancing and perhaps practicing more, practicing harder, and learning new things. This process happens a few more times, and before you know it, you're an excellent dancer. This becomes a bit like a self-fulfilling prophecy. This is not focused too much on taking all the action in the world to get what you want because that's just 33% of the triangle. This has a lot to do with getting your mindset in the right place, keeping your emotions in check, and of course taking inspired action. If there's something that you really want and it's just not coming for you, then I encourage you to take a look at this process and ask yourself if one of these things is not in harmony with the others. Let's talk a little bit about getting them in check. A powerful way to get your thoughts on track is to question the thoughts that we think. Ask yourself if this is something that is leading you towards your goal. I love listening to Eckhart Tolle and watching his videos because he talks a lot about staying present and observing the thoughts. This is a powerful thing to do because it lets you take a step back and detach. This will give you the ability to disidentify with the thoughts, and then you begin to realize that the thoughts are not you. They are something that is separate. It is here that you start to have the power to change them. You can question the thoughts. Is this true? Who am I when I believe this thought? What are the feelings that I have when I believe this thought? How do I act when I believe this thought? Who am I without this thought? Is there a better thought that fits? This is an amazing way to step back, get clarity, and rewrite the story. One thing that we may find is that the mind loves to get trapped in a pity party. Why me? Everything awful happens to me. I can't do anything right. Everyone hates me. No one supports me. So on and so on. Who does that thought serve? No one. Ditch it. This is your tough love. Stop the pity party. Adopt better thoughts. Don't get me wrong, negative thoughts will arise from time to time. It's an amazing opportunity to step back, observe them, and to not identify with them. It's just the mind being the mind. A powerful way to get our feelings on track is to have a sense of purpose, a sense of engagement and motivation. Thoughts also contribute a lot to our feelings, but feelings also contribute a lot to our thoughts. Actions will also play a huge role in our feelings. Feelings is a bit more of a tricky one because it's not always as clear-cut. One way to get a feeling to where we want it is to do visualization. Add as much feeling to the visualization as possible, and this will help you experience the feeling that you want within the present moment. That will lead you into the right action. As I was saying, thoughts and actions will play a huge role in our feelings. Some actions we take can make us feel bad about ourselves. Figuring out what these are will be something that's going to be unique to you. I hated smoking. It made me feel bad about myself. I quit doing it. I felt proud of myself. It can be as simple as that. It can also be a bit more complex. I've had first-hand experience with how the gut microbiome affects feelings. Eating healthy foods and staying away from sugar and flour have been a game changer in keeping my moods very stable. Also, much like thoughts, we can detach from our feelings. Not every single bad feeling that we have has to mean something. Sometimes we can just take a step back and observe the body having a feeling, and observe the mind processing that feeling. That doesn't mean that we have to get our conscious energy involved in feeding it, thus becoming unconscious. Now let's talk a bit about the actions piece. There might be an element of willpower in here in the beginning, but once you get the ball rolling, willpower won't really be that necessary anymore. Just get started. In the beginning stages of change, motivation can be really high. Some of the most powerful and creative things come out of this Genesis stage. Taking action is extremely underrated within the law of attraction, spiritual, and woo-woo community. We can't really get what we want if we don't take action. We can't learn if we don't take action. We can't transform if we don't take action. Sometimes you need to know the right type of action to take, and this can be guided by your thoughts and feelings. But also remember, sometimes you take action and find out you should have taken a different action. That's okay. Just pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and try again. You learned something new. When you keep taking action, you program the subconscious mind and teach it that this is something that's important to you. The subconscious takes in this input and creates the output that is more in alignment for you. This will draw you to the situations and creative endeavors that you're searching for. If you're interested in learning more about symbolism, specifically within tarot, I'm accepting enrollments at this time for a tarot course that I created. We're going to go over the symbolism, how to read the cards, and also the relationships of these cards with the Kabbalistic tree of life, which is something that most courses in tarot don't offer. Make sure to check out the link in the description if you're interested. I do offer one-on-one coaching for Ceremonial Magick. We discuss rituals regarding the 4 elements and connecting with higher states of consciousness. If you're just starting out your journey in Magick, feel free to set up a session with me. Check out the link in the description below for more information as well as to where you can book a tarot reading with me. If you want access to exclusive content and live streams, the link to my Patreon is also in the description. And I hope there was something new that you were able to take away from this video. If so, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe for more content. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time.